You want them to come ahead. So what are you going to do? Come ahead. There we go. Let's see if, watch them come ahead. And usually when you're talking on the radio, on the railroad these days, they'll tell how many cars he's going to come ahead. So he'll have two, he's got about 2 cars before he, there we go, and that's the come ahead signal on the whistle. The bell's ringing. Okay, let's keep going, let's keep going. Okay, he's got 1 car to go, so we'll give him that one. That one, okay? Coming ahead.
Where's he gonna go?
It's just gonna go easy on. Now watch, when he comes on the table here, it'll move. Boom, look at that. Come ahead, come ahead. Come ahead. Do the brakes working there? Brian has to pull back a little plate here. It's kind of a key walk so that the turn here doesn't move, the locomotive comes on. Get the rail back. There we go. Making a big turn. Now last year we hooked up the air line to the locomotive. Got on the angle top and actually had the locomotive turn using its air pump. So today we're using electric motor. But that was not uncommon to use the turntable. In some places where they didn't have either, the crew would have to turn the turntable by hand. It's very, very important that the locomotive be balanced so that it would move easily. You can imagine having 4 men pushing it. I was in Brazil in 2013 and actually witnessed some men moving a narrow gauge steam locomotive on a narrow gauge down there. Now I had been hoping that we would have an opportunity to show you what the injector works like and mix stove and things like that and have a dynamo. But I can work with this. You can see the headlight, in behind the headlight is the dynamo. And then in behind the smokestack, of course, is the bell. And right beside the bell is actually where the top checks are, or the putting water in boiler. They have 2 of them on steam locomotives, that's the law. Now, because this was a switch engine, the locomotive has 2 sand doors. They're on either side of the big one. There's 3 of them. The middle one is actually where the steam comes, where the locomotive draws power from. And it would run all the different apparatus, such as the dynamo, which ran the lights. It would also run the bell. It would also run the air pump. And various parts, like the injectors and such, on the locomotive. And in the cab here, you can see some of the gauges perhaps. There's a water glass in there. It's just the way it was. Now this locomotive was originally a coal-burning locomotive. As you can imagine, it worked at Panama mines, so they would want to have coal. And the coal would be carried in the front part of the tender, just in front of where the tube is. The rest of it is all water. And so it would hold the water there. Because it was a switch engine, it wouldn't need to carry lots. It wouldn't be too far away from a source of water. As you can see on the tender, it says 2,000 gallons of water. the water was, of course, used for boiling. That's how you use the power. Now, ladies and gentlemen, some of this work here and some of the preservation would be possible without equipment from some very dedicated Heritage Club staff. And Brian Henderson is operating the turntable here. And Brian Manning, chief engineer. Brian, you want to give him a wave? Let's give them a clap. These guys work really hard to get this together. Thanks, Brian. There are two other gentlemen working here on the 2023 behind me, George Nether and Harry Meckelberger. And later on, they'll be replaced by Ben Brown and Richard Gerard. These fellows, if you have any questions, just ask them, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. Okay, can we come ahead, go ahead signal? Thank you, Brian. Okay, what about the backup signal? And the stop signal. And call for orders. Now, if you can imagine, during the age of steam, signals were very important. The man on the ground would give the different signals, and the crew in the cab would respond with a whistle signal or with a bell. That tells you that the locomotive was going to do something. So this is one of the ways to communicate. Today we use radio almost exclusively, but hand signals are still a part of the railway world. You need to know them. Now, when we get lined up, kids, in a couple of minutes here, I'm going to ask you to do a backup signal. Okay? Now, kids, we all remember the backup signal. What does it look like? You know what it is? Yeah, that's it. There's one right there. Young fellas. Yeah, that's it. That's it.